I think it's average on best. So a C would do better.
I'm average at best.
Sure you are.
I need my big brother back. He was just chasing that sweet life. Yeah, I'm Cody missing my Zach. I'm praying that he's going higher and higher. He would always have my back. He was just filled with so much life. Now he's sold on to my for the hat. I stay holding back the urge to cry. If you mess with me, he would.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Thibeault and Thibeault. Today we're back with another tier list. Last time we did the Adam Sandler into the Sandler-verse tier list, and this time we're doing the amazing parts of our childhoods, the Disney movie tier list. And there is a lot here, because this isn't just Pixar, this is like traditional Disney animation.
And if you can see the screen right now, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. You know, we got a lot in there. We got Notre Dame, Humpback of Notre Dame.
What?
You got Chicken Little, Meet the Robinsons. You know, you got a lot in there. Dinosaur, which is very underrated, I see in there. A lot of movies by Disney are very underrated because, you know, when you're working with Disney and Pixar, they think every movie's going to be as good as the last couple, and that just can't ever be true, you know.
No.
But I just did not know. About 75%, I don't remember the exact decimal point, of you viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So if you did not notice, or you're new to the channel and you like our content, we'll have more videos like this or just more entertaining videos in the future. Make sure you press that red shiny subscribe button in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get right into the rankings. So, first of all, we got Snow White. I like Snow White.
I like Snow White. It's the first one.
It is the first one. Obviously, it's aged a little bit. It's not. And then when they try to remake it, it's not the same.
It's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic, though. It's if you think of Disney, that might not be the first movie you think of, but it's definitely one of the princesses you think of. So, I say B.
Yeah, let's go with
just because it
Hold
didn't.
on.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
Go on.
I mean, Snow White is a classical film, though. But
It didn't age well.
it did not age well. But we're talking about modern times. And if we talk about modern times, it still holds up to a certain aspect.
That's why I said B.
But I think it's average on best. So a C would do better.
I'm average at best.
Sure you are.
So you think it's, what are you giving it?
Yeah, I'll agree with a B rating.
Pinocchio. I fucking love Pinocchio. Don't ask me why. I fucking love Pinocchio.
Pedo's a fucking creep.
Wow.
He is.
I'm a real boy.
Yeah, Pinocchio, I noticed there was a cookie missing from the cookie jar. Did you think it?
I would give it a B tier.
But B tier? I really like it. I give it A. So, what'd you say?
I'll give it a B tier.
You give it the B tier?
B makes sense.
Sleeping Beauty.
This is an F tier.
I wouldn't say F. It's still one of the original Disney movies, and
It's trash.
obviously occasionally you have a movie nowadays that stacks up to the originals. There's a lot of fucking bad Disney and Pixar movies.
It's the most forgettable movie, though.
Out of the originals, I agree with you, which is why I would give it D, but it's still
It's a classic.
a classic.
But it's the most forgettable movie. This movie could not even be made, and you wouldn't even think about it.
I'd put it as like a C.
I'm thinking D.
I think D or F.
Okay, yeah, I'll agree with D then.
Fantasia, S.
That's an S tier.
S.
Can't go wrong with it. Cult classic.
Do I even have to explain myself? Fantasia's fucking amazing. It barely had any words, but it was fucking amazing.
It's all about the mouse.
Miska, Muska, Mickey Mouse! Come into my clubhouse.
Yeah, I'm good.
Dumbo.
Dumbo.
S tier.
No, we're not talking about the live action version.
No. No.
The cartoon is an S tier.
But the cartoon, I would give it A. I wouldn't shoot for S.
I would say S.
Okay.
I personally think that kids can relate to this story of being an individual who stands out and is able to do wonders, both physically, mentally, and spiritually.
Who the fuck are you? That was beautiful. That was very moving. That was something I would never fucking expect to hear out of your fucking mouth. But he gives a good argument. I still think it's A though.
I have to go with S.
I don't think it shoots in the S category. But
Think about how many kids grew up looking at Dumbo and thinking like, I could be that. I can be that.
I have fat fucking ears too.
I think it's A.
You think it's A too?
Yeah, that's 2v1.
Bambi.
Bambi, that wimpy deer.
Bambi a guy or a girl?
You stupid.
Bambi's a guy.
It's a guy?
Yeah, he's a dove. He's not a dove. He's a buck.
Oh, okay. So you start off with the fucking the deer's mom dying. Like, that's fucked up.
Pretty
That traumatized me as a child.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Salvador's Amigos.
I haven't even seen that.
I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this like once when I was like 8.
Of course you
Well,
have.
we'll take your word for it. Where do you?
It's a D tier.
It's a detail. All right.
It's not that relatable. It's very forgettable.
3 Caballeros. Don't think I said that right.
But it's C tier.
I've never seen the movie, but they have a ride at Disney inside of the Mexican pavilion with them. Well, actually, I think they changed it now. I think it's Coco now.
It was Coco.
I think it's Coco now.
Okay.
But they used to be inside of the ride with Donald Duck, and it was, well, Donald Duck's one of them, but you know what I mean. They're good characters. I just never seen the actual movie, so I don't know where to rank this.
This movie's average.
So, are we saying C's average? Is that what we're doing?
C's average.
Okay, so we'll throw.
It's got good animation and a good story. It just doesn't really stick out in a lot of.
Make Mine Music. Never seen it.
I've never seen it.
I've seen this. Yeah, I've seen this. So it's like no words, basically all musical, and it's like Fantasia, but like a really bad copy of it. And
F.
It is F.
Fun and fancy free.
Haven't seen that.
That's a D tier.
All right, sure.
Melody Time.
Melody is D. D is
I've seen scenes of it. I've just never seen the full movie.
It's
I don't really have like an opinion on it. It's like
The Adventure of Ebot and Mr. Toad. Oh, well, I know who Mr. Toad is. I've never seen the movie. But I know who Mr. Toad is.
It's D tier.
I would say C because I love Mr. Toad.
You haven't seen the movie.
But Mr. Toad. Cinderella.
S. Come
C.
on.
S?
Actually, no.
Come on, dude. That is like arguably the most known Disney movie.
B tier.
That doesn't mean it's the best.
I don't think it's the best, but I think it deserves an S tier.
I think A.
I think B.
I think when you do like parodies of this story like as many times as it has, it's gotta say something that it's a very popular tale. Like I don't know. I think it deserves an S. Lowest I would say is A.
All right. Well, what I'm gonna say to this is, I give it an A. I already said that. But you brought up popularity. Everyone loves Napoleon Dynamite. Is that an S tier movie?
Movie's god awful, but I love it.
So you know what I'm trying to say?
That's a guilty pleasure film.
Yes, it is.
Cinderella is just very relatable.
I think it's A.
It's got a good story.
Yeah, I'll go with A. I'll
A
agree.
is fair.
Alice in Wonderland. I'm a big fan of Alice in Wonderland.
That's an S tier.
Classic.
S tier.
S tier.
Peter Pan. S.
S. Yeah.
No, hold on.
Are you?
Well,
Peter Pan?
well, we got 2 for 1 on that. So
All
you
right.
can belt your argument, but
Peter Pan. Basically kidnap kids.
This is how you look at this?
I mean, listen, Peter Pan, kind of weird oddball guy, kind of kidnapping some kids. Very sketchy. Especially, I don't trust the guy that wears tights.
You realize who's responsible for these movies, right? You know how f***ed up that guy was?
Lady and the Tramp. You know, it never resonated with me.
B.
Very cute story, but it's
dogs.
It's dogs.
It's dogs.
Dogs, meatballs, spaghetti in an alley.
Yeah, basically. About a rich.
They did this.
Pupper?
They did this movie doggy style.
I hate you.
I say C.
I say C.
Alright, fair enough.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh, B. That's definitely B.
That's a B tier. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but out of the 2 dog movies, I'd rather watch 101 Dalmatians than Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
At least horrible.
Sword in the Stone. I have seen this.
It's a good movie.
It's decent. It's subpar.
It's a C at best.
To see it best.
Right.
But I would honestly put it at D.
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like it was one of those movies that during this time period, like obviously we started off with a couple oddballs, like, you know, Make Music, fucking Mr. Toad, Melody Time, Fun and Fancy
The
Free.
3 Cabrero, Sombrero, whatever the it was.
Hey, that's a great static film.
After you had all of these fucking bangers, you drop Sword in the Stone and do you hear anyone talk about Sword in the Stone?
No.
I'm surprised I've seen it.
It's one of those films that you just rewatch.
Yeah, that's why I think it's...
But it's old Disney. You're talking about old Disney.
Yeah, that's
too.
why I think it's D.
I'll be honest, I've never even heard of it until now.
Really?
I'm just gonna do the pleasure of Jungle Book. Love my guy Baloo.
That's an A tier right there.
Love my guy Baloo.
I think A is fair.
Aristocats.
Aristocats.
Oh,
Aristocats.
I've seen this. I don't remember it very fondly, so
Really?
like I just don't remember it.
It's kind of hard not to remember. Well, actually, you can remember it. It's one of those films that you remember so much, but yet forget so much about it.
Yeah.
It just all combines into one mess.
From what I remember, it was good. But I don't remember so much of it, which I feel like takes away points from it.
I say B, if you're gonna give it that little bit.
Yeah.
Robin Hood. Robin Hood is a very classic story.
No. It's not a Disney movie, but it's a fantastic movie. Robin Hood Men in Tights is an amazing movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Never seen it.
Oh my god, that movie is so funny.
You gotta watch it.
Robin Hood. Very classic story. It was one of the stories that was told before Disney started making movies. And I think they got the rights to it, or they got the okay from the people that
No,
made
they
it.
got the rights.
They got the rights to it. But changing Robin Hood into a fox instead of being a human gave it that Disney charm. It really did.
Yeah. That Disney magic.
So I give it A. I don't give it S, but I give it A.
Hey,
Winnie the Pooh, S.
That's S tier. That's your childhood right there.
That's
an American classic.
The Rescuers. I have not seen it.
It's a pretty good movie about mice.
Well, you throw where the you want it, because I haven't seen it. And looking by Sean's reaction right now, I don't think he's seen it either.
Alright, we'll give it a C tier. There's actually a hidden gem in this film of a naked lady in the background. It's a funny guilty pleasure of watching that because it's so funny.
Yeah, I bet you get pleasure out of it.
He actually even masturbates to a cartoon. Do you like hentai?
No.
Fox and the Hound.
That's an A tier. That's friendship right there.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't remember it.
It's literally a fox that protects a hound. No, a hound that protects a fox during hunting season.
Hey! Oh, Tarzan. S.
S, come
S.
on, dude. That's
Great Mouse Detective.
Bro, that's a B tier. Right
That's a
there.
B tier. The Black Cauldron.
That's F tier.
I haven't even seen it.
That's an F tier.
I haven't even seen it, but I'll take your word for
garbage.
it.
Oliver Company.
That's D.
That's D. Little Mermaid.
Little
Now, when I think of Disney, this is what I think of.
S.
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 S, yeah.
Come on.
It's kind of girly.
I just saw it for the first time recently. Anyway, it did not disappoint.
Aren't they neat?
Everything's better down when it's wetter.
Down Under.
That's a C tier.
I've never seen it. Beauty and the Beast.
That's an S tier right
Now,
there.
story time.
Whoa.
Story time.
What tier it is?
I was in Beauty and the Beast to play.
And what part did you play?
Narrator number 1. If I made this list before I did that play, I would probably put it at C tier. But it gave me a new love for the movie. Really did. Helps that my girlfriend loves this movie.
Then you gotta put it S tier if you're.
I gotta put it in S tier.
Yeah, because you get yelled at.
Aladdin!
That's S tier.
Actually, Aladdin is literally like, it's probably top 3 for me. It's one of my favorites.
I was gonna say, hey, really? Top 3?
No, it's S tier.
I think it's S tier. Robin Williams is arguably my all-time favorite actor.
Oh, well, Robin Williams is great in the movie, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the story doesn't,
It's got a pretty good story.
I don't know.
Evil guy wants the kingdom. Poor guy gets rich girl.
What? They were really meant to be together. It wouldn't matter how broke the guy was.
Yeah, but he wouldn't even get her attention.
He already had her attention before he found the genie.
Yeah, but like he wouldn't be able to talk to her.
There's a lot of things.
Where is he?
There's a lot of things going in S tier, but I gotta contribute again because the Lion King is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Can't go wrong with it.
Not okay. Again, we're doing this after the originals. I'm not talking about live action.
Or Lion King 2.5 or
Oh.
1.5.
We don't talk about that.
Pocahontas.
That's C tier.
That's A.
No.
That's
no.
A.
I'm not a big fan. Pocahontas is the most inaccurate fucking
It is inaccurate, but if
movie.
you're looking at it not from the perspective of being accurate, of just a story, it's beautiful.
It's kind of hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. The story drags on for too long.
So you guys both saying C?
I say C.
I'll throw in a C. Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah.
A tier.
I think it's underrated for sure.
It's very underrated. Hercules.
That's A tier.
I love my guy.
I
Hercules.
love Hercules.
This is another S tier movie for me. Mulan.
That's S tier.
Mulan. Oh, yeah, S tier. Mulan actually is probably my personal
That's the
favorite.
best. princess.
Honestly, it's crazy to say. I think Mulan was the only live action version that I liked.
Yeah.
Out of like the new
Did
ones.
you say version or virgin?
I don't know. You guys tell me. You have to replay that. Version.
Oh, live action virgin.
I love virgins that are live action.
Fantasia 2000. So they basically took the original Fantasia and remade it.
Actually, it wasn't as good. Didn't
It wasn't as good. It
Yeah.
was not S tier. They took away a little bit of the magic that made the original one great. One of the main reasons about why the original Fantasia was so amazing, and it's not because it's the same reason with The Wizard of Oz. It was the first movie to have color. Fantasia wasn't the first movie to have color. That's not what I'm saying at all. But it was the animation and the music, that was so above its time for movies. And that's why the original Fantasia stands alone as me as an S tier. But Fantasia 2000, they tried redoing the magic and it just didn't work.
It's a B tier at best.
I was gonna say C. Now, Dinosaur.
That's a cult classic.
The only reason I know about Dinosaur, and I have seen it since, is the ride at Disney World. And it's a decent movie. It's
fantastic.
I don't think it's S.
Are you talking? Well, it's definitely A tier.
I would say B.
Listen, it's a dinosaur raised by monkeys who leads an entire thing to migrate to have like babies.
I'll tell you what.
I gotta see this movie.
It's great.
It's the best dinosaur movie Disney's ever made because
Dinosaurs.
The little dinosaur was
That was awful.
it was pretty bad.
It's
But
garbage.
can we be in the middle ground of B?
B.
Emperor's New Groove. Now the show was not my favorite, but the movie.
Wait, sorry, you said The Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah.
The most underrated Disney movie.
I wouldn't know that.
by
No.
far.
No, dude, everyone loves Emperors.
I feel like it's not talked about enough.
Because it's one of those movies you just like look back and you're like, I like
It's
this
so
movie.
funny. It's just so funny.
I think it's definitely an A. I don't think it's as underrated as you think.
I think it's B.
I don't hear people talk about it enough to say it's
I think it's B because
loved
you don't talk
enough
about
by
it
the
much.
Disney
I don't like the
community.
show.
No, the show's god awful.
Okay, this one is my most underrated movie. Atlantis.
That's A tier.
That is A tier.
Yeah, A for
No one
Atlantis.
talks about it, and I understand it underperformed at the box office. That's why there was no sequel.
Had a great show though.
They were planning to make like 2 or 3 sequels to this movie because they thought it was gonna be.
Actually, no, there is a sequel.
Yeah, but it was. All right, I'm not including the direct-to-video as a f***ing real sequel. That is not a sequel. That is. You know what? Let's take a TV show that we were gonna make, but we scrapped it and throw it into one movie.
And then make a TV show after that.
So, I don't include those as. But Atlantis, I give it an A.
Yeah, A for Atlantis. Now the next movie, S.
S.
Don't care what any Lilo and Stitch. I don't care.
Oh, no! Don't tell me.
What'd you do?
Oh.
We almost lost the whole team.
I slid backwards by accident. But yes, Lilo and Stitch A tier. Stitch is my favorite Disney character of all time. I think Sean somewhat agrees with that.
Stitch is my favorite.
Treasure Planet. This is another underrated
That's
film.
a god tier movie.
I
That
didn't
is
see
a
it.
fantastic.
You've never
movie.
seen Treasure Planet?
You had
No.
no childhood. Treasure
Wow.
Planet.
I give it A.
I give it A as well. That's an underrated film.
Brother Bear, S.
S tier.
Now, if you guys don't like Brother Bear for any fucking reason, it is one of the most in-depth stories Disney has ever created. It has heart. It has comedy. It's got everything you want from a Disney film.
It's got great Native American folk.
It does.
Folklore.
Home Range.
That's a B
Range.
tier movie.
That I say C.
No, B tier because like it's got a good like 3 female cows going on an adventure
What
to
do you
save
say?
their ranch.
Yeah, I'll say B. Chicken Little.
This movie was so dog but it was great.
It's got the dumbest plot I've ever seen.
I actually went back and watched it on YouTube. It's so hard to watch now.
It is. I give it D.
I
D,
get-
yeah.
all right.
Hey,
No,
yeah,
hold
Meet the
on.
Robinsons.
Meet the Robinson is another film that's great to watch the first time, but if you watch
What are you talking about? I watched it 3 times in a week one time.
But hold on. It's great to watch the first time, but if you rewatch it, it gets so painful to watch.
I don't think that.
I feel like it gets slower and slower if you watch it over and over
I
again.
love it.
This is one of the films I can't say that it's not enjoyable to watch it over and over again.
I love it.
I would have to say like a B.
Well, I give it A. So, Sean, you're the deciding factor on this.
You know what? I haven't seen it in a long time, but I did really enjoy it. You know what? I'll say A.
Bolts.
Oh,
I didn't enjoy this.
this movie was dog shit.
I did not enjoy it.
I'd
You know,
say D, C at best.
I'd say D. Princess and the Frog. Now,
That's a F tier.
I just watched
F. No.
I hate
just
that
watched
film.
this. So it's actually kind of sad. This is the last hand-drawn Disney animation, which
Yeah.
I think is beautiful and amazing. And then they just switched to strictly Pixar. I get the times are changing, but it's just
So
something different about the hand-drawn movies.
there's something about Princess and the Frog for me. It was the first Native American princess, which is
Native American. Black.
You mean African American?
Yes. But this movie has the first African American princess, which I mean it shows a lot.
It's
I
got
mean,
great like, blues and jazz. in
It definitely
Good
came a
music.
lot later than it should have.
Right.
I just don't like some of the characters.
What was it, like 2010, 2011?
2009 it came out.
9? They should have had a African American princess at like 2003.
Yeah.
But
Technically, she's not even a princess, really.
she is.
Yeah.
Not to the eye. Yeah.
But for that alone, I think it deserves more praise. I say B.
Yeah.
I think it's very above average.
B.
I just don't like the characters.
And I love the nice jazz, like
I do like the music.
Louisiana jazz to it. Winnie the Pooh. I grew up with this film.
It's S tier.
It's S tier.
Yeah, it's S
Anything Winnie the Pooh is S tier.
Tangled. I love Tangled.
Oh,
I
me
love
too.
Tangled.
I love Tangled.
It's A tier.
My name is Finn.
Flynn.
Flynn Rider. Hey, Wreck-It Ralph. So fucking good for no reason.
It's A tier.
Hey, yeah. You are a bad guy, but doesn't mean you are
A bad guy. Frozen.
B.
Overrated.
very, very, very,
Very, very
overrated.
B or C. It's average. Up
I
there.
say it's C. But Frozen is a good movie. It has a good plot. But it just so happened that it was one of the first like new princesses shown in so long that people just fucking hated it. Big Hero 6 so fucking underrated. So underrated.
It's underrated, but it has a good Japanese culture.
It does.
It's
Love my boy Baymax. I say it's A. Zootopia F. Moana. Now it took me a little bit to watch this,
Yeah, me too.
but now that I've seen it,
good.
with the sea calls me.
Oh.
I'd say it's a B movie.
I say it's B.
Yeah.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
That was dog.
Now,
Sequels are never as good. I mean,
after you
It's
had
dog
Wreck-It Ralph, I thought they were done with the story. I really did. And especially with the sequel, I didn't think they fucking moved to the internet.
sequels are just like a moneymaker to me. It's just they're never as good as the first one.
I say it's average. I don't think it's above. I don't think it's below. I think it's an average film.
C average.
Frozen 2. I have not seen Frozen 2.
It's dog.
That's what I've heard.
Encanto. I have not seen it yet.
It's hard to watch. I would say F.
Raya and the Last Dragon. I liked this movie. I really did.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen this one yet.
This one was. It came out during COVID, so you could either pay like $30 to watch it a month early, or just watch it after. You can watch it now. I didn't pay the $30.
It's probably gonna be the only film I don't watch.
But Raya was really fucking good. Great story, great characters, great development at that too. So with that being said, I give it a B. All right, throwing Toy Story an S.
S tier.
Yeah.
Bugs Life.
I'm gonna go A.
I'm gonna go with C.
I'm gonna go with B.
Wow, none of us are. We are.
This movie's the most average film you've ever seen.
It's good.
It's a good anti-bullying film.
What? That's what you got out of this
Yes,
movie?
it's a very good anti-bullying.
The fucking bird in Bug's Life is literally the reason I'm afraid of birds.
All right, well, so you said A, he said C, I said B.
Go B.
I about to say, I was like, I think I'm in the middle. Toy Story 2, not as good as the first one.
I think I'd just go next down with A.
It's
Yeah,
A
that's
tier.
what I was gonna say. Yeah,
Monsters, Inc.
Inc.
I think that's an A as well.
I think it's S.
S tier.
I think it's S.
Honestly, yeah, because for 2001, the animation of that movie is really good, especially with the scene with all the freaking doors and stuff. It's like insanity.
I think we got another S tier on our hands.
Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
That's my favorite Pixar movie by far.
Not my favorite Pixar movie, but it's definitely up there.
The story is just so good.
Incredibles. A.
A.
Mr. Incredible.
Now the sequel, not as good. Cars. S. I gotta give Cars S.
All right, I'll go with S.
I'll go with it.
I absolutely love Ratatouille.
That's S tier.
Ratatouille.
I don't think it's S,
A.
Really?
but I love it.
It's A.
But it's
It's
a
A.
rat that can cook.
That doesn't mean it's an S tier movie.
Wally.
Wally.
I didn't like Wally.
What?
I did not like Wally.
Why?
It's
I
too
give it a B.
boring. I think it's boring.
I give it a B.
B.
Up. Up's very fucking sad at the beginning.
But like, it's
give
a
it
good
a-
movie though.
It's good, but like it's.
A.
I give it
Toy Story 3.
A.
A. Actually, no, that's S tier.
All I know is if you can get a movie full of college, a
I say it's
theater
S.
full of college kids crying,
I think it's S.
It's S tier.
Disney's fucked up. They really had us convinced, and spoiler if you haven't seen Toy Story 3, they really had us convinced that a bunch of toys we grew up with were gonna fucking burn. Like what is?
While you were talking, we put Cars 2 in the F category.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Fucking
Please, yeah.
Brave. This is probably the worst princess movie in my
It's
opinion.
not.
In my opinion.
Why?
Pocahontas is the worst princess movie.
You're darn right it is.
I think Brave's a fucking D.
D. I'll agree with D.
Monsters University, not as good as the original.
No, but
It's average.
Monsters University has
Character.
well, it has that lesson that college isn't everything.
It does, which is why I give it B.
Yeah.
Inside Out. I actually really liked Inside Out.
I didn't.
I wouldn't give it S. I wouldn't give it A, but I would give it B.
I'll give it B. It's an average film.
Finding Dory. D. Good Dinosaur. F. Cars 3. F.
I would have said like C.
Actually, no, I'd say C.
I really liked Cars
Really?
3.
What's sad because it's Lightning McQueen
After the horrific and awful sequel, Cars 2, I don't even want to ever watch that movie again. It was so bad.
I think that's why I didn't watch Cars 3.
Cars 3 was actually very good because the plot is basically an aging Lightning McQueen.
Guys.
And what?
You know, I just realized it's not on this list.
What's that?
Planes.
Thank God.
We need to move on. Coco.
That's a good film about Mexican culture. I give it B tier.
B tier?
Yeah.
I just saw what the next one is. It is Toy Story 4. They completely threw a 180 on us. Bo Peep coming back. All these new characters. I didn't hate it, but I was very let down in the theater.
I loved it. I really did. I was not expecting to like it because I thought Toy Story 3 was the perfect opportunity to end the Toy Story series. So I didn't even really want to go see it, but I'm like, I have to go see it.
It was a great way to end the Andy trilogy.
Yeah.
But you can't just give the toys to Bonnie and just not make a follow-up.
That's true.
Well, they also made that little short film.
Yeah, I mean, they made the shorts, but you can't get...
Well, it's like the Marvel universe. You gotta watch everything.
Toy Story 4 is essentially a breakup that Woody is not over.
I give it C. I give it C.
Oh, how relatable.
I give it C.
C, yeah, we'll go with C.
Onward. I liked Onward.
So it was funny.
Funny story here, right? So this came out in theaters around the time that Corona first broke out, right? So me and a couple buddies, I don't know if you were there.
We were all there.
But I think it was BU, Bishop, and Hines.
Yeah.
I don't think you were there. But we're like, dude, like, Corona's not a real thing.
I was there, I remember I was there.
Yeah, like, dude, Corona's not a real thing.
Dragon.
Corona's gonna be over in 2 weeks. We're like,
God would be wrong. I give it B. Soul, A.
I haven't seen it yet.
I just think it was a complete 180 by Disney to do something completely different. And I think it paid off very, very well. Not to mention they made a New York Knicks joke because they suck.
A tier.
But I give it A tier. Luca. You know,
mixed movie review.
Luca was decent. I had very high hopes going into this because this was the movie that came out right after Raya, and it wasn't as good as Raya. I think it was average. I think it was C.
Luca is a fantastic film that may portray the gay community. It is either not confirmed nor denied by the creators of this film. I still think it's a great film, on average. C or B. It still shows like two young boys being really good friends and showing how the trust and bond between those two can really portray in the film.
Yeah.
I liked it, but I think it's a C.
C or B?
What do you think, Sean?
I'll say C.
Turning Red, haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Really?
No.
This is this is another film. It's really good. It's about a young woman going through women's development, which per se, and it's going through a coming of age story for her. So it's kind of like good for young women to see this film and show kind of like an upside of changing in their bodies. I give it C tier.
Lightyear. I give it A.
I give it S.
Now, Lightyear.
I'm not even gonna say anything because I hated it, but you guys can talk
Dude,
about it.
how did you hate socks? Beep boop, beep boop. I gave you 5 minutes. He was so fucking comical.
This movie just basically put me to sleep. Not gonna lie, I was pretty bored the whole time.
What did you expect going into it?
I just really thought, I don't know, I'm just a huge, I know it's not linked to the toy Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
but
it is.
It's not.
This is the movie that Andy saw.
Right, okay. But I guess that's kind of why I had high expectations because I love Toy Story so much.
Space Ranger.
Yeah, but he's not supposed to have the same comedic
Relief.
that Buzz has, because in Toy Story, the first one, he thinks he's the legitimate Space Ranger and everyone's making fun of him the whole time. I give it an A. It was supposed to be the movie that Andy saw in the theaters that made him want to get the Buzz, and Buzz, the whole reason that
you wanted to get a Buzz? All right,
A
could have
tier.
went to the local drugstore.
This has been another episode of
Teebs.
and Boat. We love y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe. 3 out of 4 of you that watch this are not subscribed. That's what 75%
You're not.
means. I can do math.
I
Barely.
can't. This is good because I can barely read, so I like looking at pictures. But love y'all. Peace.
I need my big brother back. He was just chasing that sweet life. Yeah, I'm Cody missing my Zach. I'm praying that he's going higher to high. He would always have my back. He was just filled with so much life.